Alright guys, on my last video we looked at the original Matchday, and now it's time for the sequel, Matchday 2 from Ocean Software. And this was released a couple of years later in 1987, and this time the Amstrad version was programmed by John Ritman with graphics from Drummond. Those two of course famous for Head Over Heels. And this sequel sold even more copies than the original game, and remains very popular. So let's start this up. We're going to the options first, Matchday options. We're going to keep the time as short as possible. The kickometer. There's several different sort of options you can use for this. We're going to stick to forward kicks, and basically there's a kickometer in the game which determines like the strength of your kicks, and we're just selected for all forward kicks only, because you can actually do back heels and stuff, but they end up being a bit of a problem if you miss time, you know, when you want to do a short ball. So we'll leave back heels off that. Oh yeah, of course you can choose your tactics there, which basically means your team's either going to be attacking or defensive. And we can change the colours as well. Pretty pointless unless you've got a green screen monitor. Only three options there really, so I'll just stick with what we've got. And as before, and like in the previous video in original Matchday, we're going to play a full cup run. Thankfully there's only 8 teams, there's only about 3 matches. So off we go against a team called Bombay Mix. Some really stupid names of teams in this game. And instead of the Match of the Day theme tune, we get the Saints Go Marching In rendition, which is rather nice. Okay, let's start this up. I'm playing in the black, because we're the away team in this match. And don't be afraid to bully people off the ball there, like I was just doing. Now as you can see, like the original game, it's very slow. Very slow indeed. But we've got a lot more going on this time though. Now we've got some decent sprites animation, even if they do look a bit sort of chubby. Oh, check that out. Well played by the defender there, who headed it onto the crossbar and then cleared it. Some interesting crowd noises and whistle blows from the ref. I guess the first thing to mention really is the kickometer, which you can see at the top corner of the screen there. It's quite a novel thing really. When you wherever that meter is when you press the fire button, that's going to determine the strength of your kick. I mean, that should be pretty obvious. If you remember, we only did it for 4 kicks only, and there's 3 different sort of kick strength levels. Alright, so we can see if we can get a ball out to the winger there. The other thing to mention is oh, hang on, a wee through and goal. Okay, the other thing to mention is something that John Ritman sort of pioneered in the game, and apparently trademarked, is his diamond deflection system, which basically means deflections of the ball, depending on where it hits a player or a goal post or whatever. The angle is correct for how, you know, the direction that your player is facing or whatever. And it works quite well. So he's managed to cram in a lot of features in the game. Sprites and movement is pretty good as well. As you can see, I've been one of the tactics I like to employ if we're chasing for a ball is to try and muscle the computer player out the way. Don't be afraid to bully them. There's no fouls in the game because there's no sliding tackles, which is a bit of a shame. Ooh, are we through and goal here? As you can see, we can jump and do headers, which is a really useful tactic. Now the computer players are pretty accurate in their passes and stuff. Well, generally all their kicks will end up going to the feet of the player they're going to kick to. So it's well worth trying to jump in the middle of the ball there, like so. And as you can see, we're pretty evenly paced actually. The computer is pretty good. In fact, at times the computer is actually rather too good. Seem to be able to do much better sort of plays than I can in terms of sort of passing and knocking it about the pitch. I just tend to employ long ball tactics really in bullying. Yeah, so the computer passes it about the pitch rather well. Occasionally they mess it up like there. You didn't control it very well. Having the shadow of the ball underneath while it's in flight is really useful. But if you can time it right so it lands right at your feet, then you'll gain control of the ball. Otherwise you could be rather embarrassed and watch it bounce off you. Oh, look at that, that's a really good ball. But let down by my control there. So yeah, there's no sliding tackles in the game. Basically, you have to try and sort of nip it off the opponent's feet. You don't press a fire button to do that. It's just literally sort of how you place your player. It's quite tricky to do because the computer won't mess about and allow you to get enough time to do that. Oh, let's take a long shot there. Got a defender in the way though. But it's really great having a range of shots. Oh, okay, already into the second half. 0-0, so we're pretty evenly matched. I always like a kick-off, just basically hoof it down to the bottom right of the pitch there. And then start pressuring them. Hopefully they'll make a mistake and I can nick the ball. Ah. Changing between players can be a little bit annoying at times. The computer does it automatically. Sometimes, like Adam, if you saw that throw in there, I really needed to get in control of that guy in the middle of that throw so I can do a header. Sounds like a minor quibble, but it can be quite annoying at times. The computer tries to choose the player nearest to the ball or where the ball will end up going, so that sometimes doesn't always work out in your favour. It'd be nice to be able to allow you to press the fire button to change to the next player nearest or something like that. That would have been good. Alright, well, let's get a ball out on the wing there. Perhaps I should have held on to it a bit longer. But that's actually not a bad tactic. Hoofing the ball out there and then heading it down the other way to confuse the defender. But it didn't quite work out there. Right, well, let's see if we can get a goal shortly. Even though this is pretty much as slow as the original Matchday, I'm not going to speed up the video this time because, well, it's a lot more interesting to watch because there's a lot more interesting plays and things can happen. Alright, let's see if we can nick a goal here. Oh, there's a good header there. Oh, what a goal! Beautifully chipped into the box, then headed into the top corner there. A nice one. Actually, scoring goals in this game is really quite satisfying, actually. You know, when you do score, you feel like you really worked hard for it. And they don't come easy goals. So it's really gratifying when you do score. You're not going to end up with ridiculous score lines either, you know, like winning 8-0 like I did in the original Matchday game in the last video. It's going to be quite a hard fought contest, and teams do get a little bit tougher as you progress as well. Oh, check that out. If you're going to shoot now, shoot into the top left corner. There you go. Because of how the goal's angled there, I could have gone for the bottom right, but it ended up going past. It could have ended up going past the post. So you tend to always want to go to the top corner of the facing up the pitch, towards the top of the pitch. Sorry. So yeah, you're looking at the top left corner if you're going from left to right. You've got more chance of it going in then. So we're doing quite well here. 2-0 up. But as I said though, this game isn't easy. I had a few cup runs where Drummond lost. But of course I do get through to the final on this one and win it eventually. Shame there are no fouls in the game and tackling though, so therefore there's no penalties and stuff like that. Ooh, last 10 minutes of the match. Let's see if we can sneak another goal here. Ooh, that was nearly through there. But I don't think there's an offside rule in the game. But generally the computer keeps its defence, or at least one defender, quite far back. Because I guess probably because the keeper doesn't actually ever sort of catch and hold the ball. He kind of deflects the ball like a pong bat, really. Hey, we won that. But the goalkeeper is 100 times better than the original game. If you remember, I don't think even the keeper had collision detection in the original game. It was that bad. But he does dive for the ball, and it does get saved, you know, and bounces out, leading to quite a tense battle in the penalty box sometimes at either end. So on to the next match, and notice there's a code number there you can store, and that will take you back to the match you're about to play and save all the previous results. That's quite a nice little feature there from John Ritman, and he's done a fantastic job with this game. Certainly at the time, it was the most playable and accurate sort of soccer sim out there. But as you can tell, the problem is it's just far too slow. But I tell you what, guys, I mean, like Matchday 1 and perhaps a couple of really slow soccer games, I like to use emulation and speed it up. So to practice this game, I sped it up to 200%, but it actually proved even more difficult. So maybe this sedate pace of the game sort of kind of suits it for its tactics and stuff, a bit like Emily Hughes. But it just could have been done with being just a touch faster, and I would have been happy. And I probably would have mocked this game a lot higher. Oh, check out that goal. Nice. Now, I don't remember any sort of daft bugs happening in the game. Unlike the first game, which had a couple of nasty things that could happen. Oh yeah, we can't do that bounce off the head move like in the first game. If you haven't seen the previous video, then basically you could end up sort of bouncing the ball off your head all the way down the pitch and into the goal. You could perhaps do that 2 or 3 times, but eventually the ball bounces far too ahead of you to continue doing that. Ah, missed time. I jumped there really, sort of jumped in front of the ball, and yeah, the ball bounced off towards the goal. So that's the diamond deflection system in action there, working quite well from the programmers. I noticed that with the kickometer, notice it also appears above your player's head as well, which handily doubles as showing you which player you're in control of. Oh! Oh, the computer scored. That was my fault really. Perhaps I should have got my dive from my keeper there. That can be a little problem actually when you select to control your keeper in the options, rather than the computer controlling the keeper, because you could be a defender chasing the ball against a player and it suddenly switches to control of the keeper when he didn't want it to. So I guess that's why the options there to have the computer control the keeper. Oh, check that out! Right, well through on goal here. Now we just need to take it down an angle here and go for that top left corner. I think we've probably got it. Ooh, nice. Look, probably just bounced off the underside of the crossbar there, because you can actually hoof it over the crossbar. Bit of colour clashing on the go there with the sprites, like the first game. Bit of a shame, but oh well. I think having to mask sprites so that doesn't happen would have just slowed the game down even further. But it's only a minor little niggle there. Doesn't really affect the enjoyment or playing of this game. Yeah, corners and throw-ins and stuff work quite well in the game. Oh, okay, check out the computer there. Oh, what's my keeper doing? I think that was a problem I was talking about before, when you don't expect the control to switch to your keeper, because he dived to his right way before I wanted him to. I was probably hitting the fire button to try and get my player to jump or kick the ball when it was against the other computer player. Oh well. Oh yes, so yeah, were there any other games in the Matchday series? And that is a damn good question. Apparently there was one other for the Spectrum called International Matchday, which basically had like international and national teams to play as. I think it was 128k only. Oh, check out that header! Oh, what the fuck? You're joking? Oh man, the half-time whistle went just as the ball was on the goal line about to go over. how annoying was that? Ah, yeah, okay. Yeah, International Matchday. That was a Specky only release, which was just same game but with I think national and international teams. But that wasn't released on the Amstrad. That was Specky only, as far as I know. Oh, are they going to score? Oh, but my keeper saved it and knocked it on the crossbar. Can we get it away? There's a bit of a fight over the ball there. I think we did the safest thing there, knock it out for a corner. and the computer's completely squandered that. I was saying that the artificial intelligence in the game is really good and far better than the first game, definitely. Far better than most football games actually of this era. Well, that was particularly stupid. Anyway, we were talking about other Matchday games. So international Matchday. Was there a Matchday 3? Well, I knew there was one planned but never released. But I have to give thanks to the YouTuber Larry Bundy Jr. for pointing out on the previous video that there was a third Matchday game eventually released, and this was called Super Match Soccer. It was going to be called Matchday 3, but I believe there was some argument over the copyright and rights to the name, some legal problems or whatever. Oh, hey, sorry, 3-2, nice goal there. And that Matchday 3 or Super Match Soccer was, I think, released for the PlayStation 1 and PC. I can't find very much on the game at all. You can find the original website in the Wayback Machine. It no longer exists, but it does on the Wayback Machine site, cached from when it did exist. I'll provide a link to the Wikipedia article about the game I found anyway. I've seen a couple of screenshots from the cached page on the Wayback Machine site. Oh, sorry, web.archive.org, which I think is the Wayback Machine, isn't it? Yeah, the Internet Archive site. And it looks to me like very similar to Actua Soccer. It's of course being the time the year is released. I think it was 1995, from what I can find out. Actually, I think it was planned to be released in 1995, but ended up getting released in 1998 and ended up getting on the PlayStation as well. So yeah, to me, but just a few screenshots I could find, it looks very similar to Actua Soccer, if you remember that, one of the first proper 3D. Real 3D soccer games on the PC. That was really popular. I can't imagine this sold very well though. I heard very little about the game, but it's published by Acclaim Software in the end. But there was a whole glut of soccer games coming out around the time. FIFA were just turning into 3D as well, with their range of soccer games. There was Actua Soccer and quite a few others coming out at the time. So I guess Matchday 3 or Super Match Soccer got buried under all the weight of the other soccer games at the time. Oh well, never mind. I may have to try and track that down for PC or on my PlayStation 1, see how that plays, just out of curiosity. I don't think it will play very well, sort of. Compared to games these days and what was coming out at the time. But you never know. Ooh, bit of a goalmouth scramble here. Oh, the keeper makes a lovely dive and save there. Very nice. Well, we're 3-2 up with only a few minutes to go, so we could start doing some time wasting. Ooh. Yeah, the computer plays are pretty good actually. The defence is quite good. Certainly giving me some trouble. A 3-2 victory in the end. Not bad at all. Right, on to the cup final at last. Of course, yeah, I've got the code there to save. Feel free to use it if you want to, guys. Alright, computer's kicking off. They're going from left to right in the white. We're of course going right to left in the black strip this time. Thank God they messed that up there. They're quite dangerous from a kickoff, actually. I mean, especially on this level, being the final match, the computer gets quite good, and it can be really tricky to try and get the ball out your half sometimes. They're all over you, and they're all over any of your kicks and throws away. So yeah, get used to trying to muscle the computer opponent out of the way and controlling the ball properly rather than letting it bounce off you. And also, you know, get in your headers as well to try and keep the ball down the pitch. I mean, essentially, you know, you end up sort of doing long ball tactics, really, just hoofing it down and trying to get it as far away from your end of the pitch as possible. Getting it into their penalty area and hopefully making a break and play for yourself, or a bit of a goalmouth scramble. Ball could end up going in. But really, if the computer gets the ball to that, you know, like that play in the centre there, and they're through on goal, it's pretty much guaranteed if you haven't got any defenders left in front of him between your goalkeeper. Oh, I misjudged my header there. Look at that, well controlled by the computer there, and a skillful turn. Oh, will my keeper get to it? Oh, lovely save. See, I'm having real trouble clearing the ball out my box there. And remember, guys, I actually, well, bit of a cop-out for me really, but if you remember, I actually selected the easiest skill level. So this game's really tough. I did try it on the hardest skill setting, and boy, I was having real trouble winning my matches. So I didn't want to waste too much time going over and over this game. You've already seen it on probably many YouTube videos already. It's also in my A to Z of soccer games series of videos I did last year. There you go. Oh, bit of a strange back header there. Could have been an own goal. Can I get control of it and score? Ooh, they're messing up there. Got a header. Oh, keeper makes a nice jump there from my throw in. Now let's see if we can score from a corner here. Get it across the ball, across the goal line there. And if you time it just right, you can header it in. Best to try and move your player down and then up before they header from a corner. And to yeah, if you got a corner there like I did in the top left corner there, to direct the ball across the goal line like I did from the corner, you want to sort of hold down and left on the joystick. And I think the length of the kick, the strength of the kick is always the same from corners. So I don't think it uses the kickometer at the top of the screen there at all. Bit of a shame. Oh, a nice shot in there. As you can see, the keeper's not bad actually. He's pretty decent. He's not going to let a stupid ball like that in. He's not as good as the keeper on Emlyn Hughes though, which I'll take a look at probably at some point soon in next week. Up next though will probably be Italy 1990, and then I'm going to be doing I think Micro Pro Soccer, and I'll have a long play of all the biggest and the main soccer games on the Amstrad. is getting through now though. Oh, thank God for half time. Well, if we can hold on for 45 minutes, then we'll have won the cup. Bit of a shame though, there's not much of well, there isn't really anything sort of to congratulate you on winning the cup. Just tells you you've won the match and shows you the rest of the scores of the previous fixtures, and that's it really. Start a new cup. So marks down for that really, but nice to have some kind of, you know, reward for your hard work. But if you've watched this far, then we've only got about 5 minutes left of the footage anyway. So yeah, unless anything else spectacular happens and interrupts me, I think I'll sort of sum things up. Here's a bit of a review. I mean, this is you know, probably the first real classic soccer game in the 80s, at least on their home computer systems. The wealth of features and playability was fantastic at the time, and still kind of stacks up really well today. You know, the kickometer, the diamonds deflection system, and all that kind of stuff. You know, it gives you real control over the game and allows you to create some interesting plays and stuff like that, which a lot of the soccer games that came out after this one really didn't have at all. And for 1987, this is damn good. Some nice sprites, even if they are sort of rather cartoony and chunky. Really, they're right fat bastards with big heads or whatever. But that adds to the sort of the cuteness and appeal of the game in my mind. Really, soccer games should be fun, not be taken too seriously, unless you know, you've got a next-gen console and playing Pro Evolution Soccer. But yeah, this is really good stuff actually. Much better sound effects in the game as well. At least we've got a bit of a crowd noise and random claps and cheers and whistles and all that kind of stuff. Difficulty level is pretty tough actually, but you know, you'll keep you coming back to the game to really try and master it, which I don't think anyone will truly will, which is good. It'll keep you coming back again and again. Just the main drawback really for me, guys, apart from there being sort of no fouls and no proper tackles, which is a bit of a and the goalkeeper doesn't catch the ball, it's just the speed of the game and, you know, the speed of how it plays. It's just too slow, which is a shame. So if they ironed out those little things with the tackles and goalkeepers, they're only minor issues. I think if this played a lot faster, this would have got like a 9 out of 10 from me. It would have been a true soccer classic. It is really a classic soccer game, actually. I won't take that away from it. Ooh, your sugar. How are you going to score here? Ooh. Oh, I've got it away. Oh yeah, time's getting close to 90 minutes. We've got a 1 goal lead. So yeah, overall, if it was a lot faster, yeah, this would have rated a lot higher. But I'm still going to give it a good mark, guys. I think this deserves... Oh, you bugger! Shit. Oh, I think we've managed to save it there. So yeah, guys, the score I was going to give, I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. And not long left to full time. Time's ticking away, but the computer's definitely putting the pressure on. And damn it, I made a mistake there. Shouldn't have knocked that out for a throw-in. Oh yeah, you can take a throw-in, and then the same player that took the throw-in can still run and grab the ball. Obviously, you won't be able to do that in real football. That would have been a foul. Oh, look, check this out. Bit of a long-range kick into the top corner. He bounces it away though. Oh, that would have been a lovely cross into the box. Seal victory. Oh well. Can be quite agonising seeing a play go wrong and just finding the ball sailing up the other pitch really slowly. But there you go. Final score: Ocean Blue 0, Zypho 1. Haha! And we've won the final. Hurrah! But that's it. You just go back to the main menu there. Oh well. But yeah, 8 out of 10. Really enjoyable stuff. And yeah, a real classic soccer game that. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you on the next video. Cheers. Bye.